Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Locally Raised. It may have looked like I just poured myself some cloudy water to make tea, but it wasn't actually water, it was sap. So last week, some friends helped us tap one of our maple trees, and we haven't gotten enough sap to be worthy of boiling down into syrup. The weather warmed up and it's not been freezing overnight lately, but we got enough that I've been making my tea from it, and it is so good. I don't have to sweeten this at all. It's already naturally sweetened. And from what I've read, my tea now has some minerals in it that it wouldn't have otherwise. And so it's a nice little boost for my body. If you've got any maples on your property, I recommend trying it. Today, I invite you to join me for a little bit of garden work. I've got my tiniest assistant with me. She wants to be held and nearby today. So I'm just gonna see if I can plant some starts and some seeds while wearing her. I'm sure I'm not the first person to try. So I'm going to plant some lettuce starts in my hotbed. I'm gonna plant some cabbage and broccoli seeds in milk jugs, continue my winter sowing. And then I'm gonna take a drive to pick up some raspberry shoots that I found on the Facebook Marketplace. But first, let me show you how last week's seeds are doing, because I saw the tiniest sprout this morning when I checked on them. It's been just 5 days since I planted these seeds. As you can see, there's clearly no heat mat beneath them, but I checked this morning and my tomatillo has a tiny sprout. There's a tomatillo sprout just 5 days after planting without a heat mat. And over here, one of the Amish paste tomatoes has also germinated. It's supposed to rain later today, so this is the time to get my outside work done. Feels pretty good out here. Oh, look, the crocuses are in bloom. You can kind of see that we're going from winter, there's my winter decorations, to spring. It makes me feel optimistic. All right, so today I want to spend some time with my hotbed. You can see there's some spinach here that has fed me really well for the last couple months, but has seen better days. It's time for it to come out. I've planted some lettuce seed, but I got impatient when I saw these beautiful lettuces. So I'm going to plant these in this newly empty space, and that can keep us fed while the seed grows in. I'm not gonna lie, that was challenging to do while wearing this baby. I'm gonna get these watered and then see if she's ready for a nap, so I'm a little more free for my winter sowing. All right, baby girl is down for a nap, so I've got some soil. I'm gonna fill up a bucket, dampen the soil, and then start to fill milk jugs so I can sow my cabbage seed and my broccoli seed. All right, I'm ready to sow a few seeds. I've got my milk jugs. Last night I rinsed these and cut drainage holes in the bottom and then used a pocket knife to cut them open. I did a video on this process a couple weeks ago, so I'll link that below if you want to see a more step-by-step tutorial. Right now I'm just going to use 6 of these. I'm going to plant 3 with broccoli and 3 with cabbage. Here I've got my soil. I thoroughly dampened this. This is just a regular potting soil, but I've thoroughly dampened it so that everything's ready to go into the jugs. You can see the soil is damp enough that it can be wrung out. And I'm filling it with a couple inches of potting soil. I'm going to plant 3 of these with cabbage. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this one. Glory of Enkheitzen, something like that. And then I'll plant 3 more with this Waltham broccoli variety. So these 3 jugs of cabbage and 3 plantings of broccoli are now added to the rest of my collection. Most of these have not germinated yet. Some have. I'm looking forward to all of them being green. All right, it's time for me to go pick up those raspberry shoots. They're about half an hour from here, so I'm gonna go grab them. I love finding plants on the Facebook Marketplace. I've always got my eyes open for produce and for plants that are for sale in my area on the Facebook Marketplace. I like buying from local gardeners. It's a chance to meet somebody else in my area, and I know if I'm buying a plant from them that it works well in my region. I also appreciate the savings of buying from a local gardener. For example, I'll be getting 6 raspberry shoots today for $30, so $5 each. And from everything I looked at online, I'd pay anywhere from $13 to $20 some a piece if I were going to order these. This particular variety of raspberry is the Heritage Everbearing raspberry plant, and I'm really optimistic about it after reading about it. It produces a small crop midsummer and then continues to produce from August till frost. It's also very cold hardy. It doesn't have to be staked, and it's tolerant of a lot of different types of soil. My kids can tear through some berries, and I really like raspberries too. One of those little plastic clamshells from the grocery store disappears pretty quickly in my house. So I'm really optimistic about being able to have a bunch of berries that are in our own backyard that we can eat on throughout the summer. I have got my raspberry shoots. So the seller just dug them up as soon as I got there. These have not been out of the ground for very long. I'm not ready yet to put them in the ground. I haven't prepared the space where they'll go. So I've got a few old gallon pots and I'm gonna fill those with soil and pot these so they can take root and be secure over the next few days while I prepare the space they'll permanently go. It's starting to rain, so I want to get these taken care of pretty quickly. I've got 6 shoots. You can see some of them, like this one, are starting to send up new growth for the spring. So I'm going to get these in the ground ASAP and they can enjoy some rain. There's my raspberry cane, ready to go in the ground in a few days. Thanks for spending some time with me today while I did some garden work. I'm so happy that we're coming up on spring and that it's time to spend more time outside. I'm getting rained on, so I'm going to end it here. I look forward to seeing you next week when I put these in the ground. Until then, bye.